All right, now we're on the back nine here at Milo MacGyver. Let's get into it. Enjoy. All right, hole 10, we got 390 up the hill through a pretty tight gap, and it finishes a little bit left. It's mostly just a straight shot that finishes a touch left, so I'm gonna go with an Explorer, just kind of a hyzer flip to flat, and just really try to hit the gap. There's this one guardian tree on the right-hand side, and then this bush on the left-hand side. So you're really just trying to throw like a penetrating hyzer flip that kind of glides through the gap. That's kind of the shot we're going for. You see the red basket, the FPL basket. If you can fly chain high past that with some speed, that's kind of the ideal shot. Oh, I think I just aced it. That's hilarious. I heard chains. I don't know if it went in. I wanted to go chain high. I didn't want to go in the chains. Oh my. All right, let's see if I can actually not black ace the FPO basket this time. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, too much turn. So the first one was good, but if the basket's not in the way, it spit out. Oh, I thought I hit the chain. It was gonna be good, huh? Yeah. So hit the basket, I thought I hit the chains, but hit the pole, and then went to here, and then you just make the putt. See, pole to pole. That's how you birdie with an Explorer. All right, hole 11, 645 par 4. You got the field goal trees, we call them. You kind of want to, some people go through them. I like to go to the right side, a little safer, a little more high percentage. Throw a couple criminals. Just work on nice flex out of the hand, and then 3/4 of the way down the fairway, then you want to start fading back. So biggest mistake you can make is start fading early. If anything, you want to favor the right hand side and overturn it, because then you're in the fairway still. There we go. That's exactly what I'm going for. Straight, fade at the end, and pretty much just went dead straight, but that's fine.
This man just calls his own shots out here.
This one's a little bit more stable, so it's going to fade back a little bit more at the end, and we'll see that flight right here. So a little bit more stability. Caught that limb, but as you can see at the end of the flight, that yellow one was kept holding, and that clear one wanted to fade back a little bit more. So I don't mind the yellow one going straight. Just have about 400, 440 into the basket, nice forehand, up to the greens. That's something I like to do, is control how you throw it out of your hand angle-wise dictates how far it's going to go. So since it's only 330, I'm just going to try to keep it on hyzer the whole way, and that's going to cut down on the distance that I'm actually throwing. So that might be a little tight, a little short. Might have got through, but a little bit. I just need to pop it a little bit more. I like the angle, just pop a little more pop. There we go. That's half. So that's a lot better, more pop, and yeah, way better result. Like I said, only thing is just focusing on my wrist. That's my thing with my forehand. Just focusing on getting that snap, wrist, and then arm coming through. That's my cue that I practice to make sure that I get a nice clean release. If that first one, like, I kind of threw my arm before my wrist and my timing was off a little bit. So just a couple little tips I practice when I'm out here on the practice rounds. The first one, a little bit sawed off, not so much pop. I knew it was 330, so I knew I had to take something off of it. And I took a little bit too much off, but I obviously still right here for a good putt at it. So still got the two, and just.
Oh.
Generals, baby. All right, hole 12, 450. This hole is a crush, and it's around the corner. This hole's playing at least 470, and it's a crush. So as you can see, tight gap. You gotta kind of flex it around the corner, and then you still have to kind of go way up a hill. So it's hard to park it. Good shot. Best shots you'll see are third, circle's edge, just barely inside. It's really hard to park it. You won't see that too often. But I'm gonna try to just throw them straight up the gut and fade into hopefully 40, 45 feet is ideal. That was just too early. Might have got lucky, but that wasn't a good shot. I'm gonna try to throw a little bit more turn on this one. There we go, that's cash. So that's a good one. That should be about 45, 50 feet. Yeah, that's probably still, that was a great shot. I'm gonna try one of these black generals. I haven't thrown these black generals yet, so.
What's the difference between the green and the orange for you?
So the green is a little bit more stability, like you saw at the end of that flight, it turned left, whereas the orange one is just gonna hold, and just pretty much land flat. So I'm gonna throw this black one for the first time and see how this thing flies. Okay, so they're a little bit flippier, looks like, as you can see.
Oh, great flight though.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine, but just a little bit more turn. All right, once again, we got an uphill 50-footer, just pretty much exactly where I thought I would be. And once again, practice the starting angle. Most important thing on a uphill long putt is where you start it. If you don't start it high enough, you'll never go in. But if you start it off high and let it kind of play gravity and drop in, it has a chance. So, and you can tell pretty much immediately if I threw a good putt or not, right out of my hand, just based on how it snaps and spins out of my hand. That's the most important thing. Way too low. Just didn't start it up high enough. That one's not either. So yeah, first one started off good. Second one just, you know, got a little bit of drop. Didn't start it high enough. But those are the kind of things when you're far enough away from the basket, the putter's in the air, has a chance to do all kinds of funky stuff. Even if you put a good putt on it, a lot of times can drop, can rise, different things can happen. But yeah, this is just more of a bonus birdie hole here at hole 12. If you make it 2, you're going to gain strokes, but 95% of the field is just getting a par. Wow, hole 13, I just noticed probably the shortest hole on the Pro Tour ever. 197. No, that's definitely a tricky little wooded shot through the trees. Kind of want to, I feel like for me the best shot is like a little flex touchy slammer shot around the backside and then fade back at the end. So I'm gonna throw a couple of my, I've really just put these in the bag. They're base plastic slammers. I just love the grip of them and they just feel real comfortable for a nice flex forehand, which is what we got on this shot. So really what I'm focusing on is just hitting this nice flex angle because I know the slammer is going to come back and fade back right at the end. So something just like that. And hit that tree. That's probably 20 feet. Now it's getting a little closer. So that tree that I hit is probably at circle's edge. So you really want to fade around it to the back side of it to be parked, which is what you want on the short hole like this. There we go. That one's actually a little more stable. So that one's kind of a lucky shot. It went inside the tree. I'm trying to go outside of it. So that's kind of a shot that got lucky, but it wasn't actually my perfect release. So I'm gonna try a harp, just so it has a little bit more glide. But this one I want to just try to hit that backside, left side of those 2 trees here. Yeah, just like that. That's perfect. That's exactly what I'm going for. Yep, that's high percentage. Not gonna hit the tree. Hit the gap I wanted. All right, here's the first one. Hit these trees and kind of got a lucky little trickle over to here. Pretty much parked. But yeah, that's for the forehand. These 2 big guardian trees are really the 2 trees you want to make sure to not hit on this hole. So just practicing tap-ins at this point. But it's just, which is kind of, on this hole is kind of what you're hoping to have, is you want to take the pressure off on this hole, get a park job, move on to the next hole and get your birdie. All right, brings us to 14, par 3. I think flex forehand is the main shot on this hole. That's what you're gonna see a lot of people doing. I'm gonna take a felon and I'm gonna take a criminal and we're gonna test this hole out. Throw a nice flex. Really the main variable on this hole is that one tree. You really just wanna make sure to flex just left of it and then fade back towards the end of 3/4 of the way down the fairway. So I'm gonna kind of start at the middle big tree and with a little bit of turn on it to turn right in front of it. Just like that.
Guys, he just calls his own shots.
So that should be skip back. Yeah, that should be about 20 footer, something like that, 30 footer. This one's gonna be a little bit more stable, so I'm gonna have to put a little bit more forced flex on it to get the little bit of turn first. Yeah, a little bit too much turn on that one, as you can see. Hit something, but started off with a little bit of turn, and I'm gonna try one more. Oh, let's try my new tour series. So we got blue, we got red, and we got green. And I'm gonna throw it for the first time. I haven't thrown it yet. They just dropped a couple days ago. So I'm gonna try a couple of them and see if it's a good disc for this hole, which I think it will be. Oh, they're stable, okay. Okay, so they're pretty stable. Gotta put a little bit more force flex on it, which I can do that. Oh, caught the corner. All right, one more. It's third time's a charm. Let's see what this red one's got. There we go. That's better. Yeah, that was good. So yeah, they got a little bit of glide in the beginning, but still have a nice fight back at the end. I like it. They're actually more stability than I thought at the beginning. So what plastic are those, Fern?
Those are Supreme Burst, and we're gonna give those 3 away. So yeah, if you like, comment, follow, subscribe, I guess is what it is to YouTube, we'll get those out to you soon.
All right, here's the first one. Got a nice 25, 30 footer or so. Just like that. And since Joey said it, you gotta make sure, that my putters don't hit the ground. Jinx myself.
3 out of 4 is still great.
All right, hole 15, we got a 760 foot par 4, kind of a jackknife hyzer, Annie that holds to the right, and you want to just really hold the entire way, or throw a forehand, which I'm going to do nice and high and just fade around the corner. And that gets you in the sweet spot to kind of go up around all the trees and get up to the protected green. So probably the toughest par 4 on the course, toughest to birdie. Let's see if we can do it. That's pretty much exactly what I want to do. So hopefully that's far enough. We'll try one more here. That's another good one. So those should both be in a really good spot. As you can see, I'm throwing like a jackknife hyzer around the corner and then letting the wind kind of carry it into the fairway. So let's see where we land. All right, took it to the drive. This is gonna be kind of my sweet spot, it looks like, if I'm gonna throw a general. I push a little bit too far into this tree line. I'd like to probably slow my disc down and land out in that open space, but I'm gonna throw from here for right now, and I'm gonna throw my general once again on a forehand. I've got about 360 that opens up the gap that you can have a putt up around all these trees. So about a 360 foot shot leaves me about a 45 foot uphill putt, and that's kind of the ideal play here. I like that a lot. It skips. Yep, that's cash. I love that. That's going to be about a 40 footer, and that's pretty much as best as you can do on this hole. Our second shot was great. I would take this every single day. The circle 2 edge, straight up the hill, which has kind of been the name of the game today. Had a lot of uphill 50, 60 footers, and I think if you want to win this tournament, you got to make some of those. And once again, start the putt real high and drop her in like that. Oh, dang it. So close. A little bit too high of a starting angle on that one. There we go. Go. Too high again. Dang it. So real easy to, there it is. You know, start the putt a little bit too high like I did in those first couple, but it still gave it a chance to go in and on this tough hole. But yeah, this is going to be the sweet spot on this hole. As you can see, it's a tough pin to access from 400 feet away with all these low ceiling limbs and all this different stuff. Right in here is where the high percentage play is. Let's get the birdie. All right, hole 16, 660 foot par 4. This is kind of a point A, hit your landing zone, to point B and give yourself a birdie putt. Easier, it's on the easier side as far as the par 4s go out here. You really just want to throw it dead straight, maybe a little bit of fade. I like to not get too cute on this hole and try to fade way around the corner. Just throw a nice straight shot and leave yourself about 300 feet into the basket and not overcomplicate the hole. So I'm just going to go with the felon. Like I said, try to throw it about 360, somewhere in there, just dead straight. Just like that. So that's pretty much exactly what I'm trying to do. That one I hyzed it a little bit more than I wanted, but that ended up being really good. But I wanted to throw it a little bit straighter, but that's in the sweet spot anyway. This one is the one that hyzed a little bit more, which is what I'm going to play in the tournament. Instead of throwing straight, I'm going to have that little bit more finish. Gives me a little bit easier shot that's a little bit closer. So we'll try a little soft trust up into the green. There we go, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Got a little tree kick, but that's the speed and the height I want, just low, right in over the mulch and slide up to it. So the trust was parked. That's how you play hole 16. All right, hole 17, coming down the stretch. We got old genius hole, straight down the tunnel. This is an awesome tee shot. Gotta throw it straight down the tunnel, fade left. got a par 5, so we need 2-3 shots into the green. And I'm gonna throw a couple of generals straight down the gap in the late fade, trying to throw pretty far and controlled. Name of the game. Oh, that was the tree I wanted to hit. So that was a good shot. Just clipped that last tree, but that was pretty much exactly what I was going for. Try one more. That one's going to be too far left, probably in the road. But if not, it's going to be really good.
For the gram. For the gram.
We got a heckler.
You got a heckler. That
Made it all the way through
I'm
17 and a half holes without a heckler.
All right. I'm just going to throw a regular shot, and then I'll throw a Calvin shot after.
Go for it.
Regular shot. I got to throw a real shot, Calvin, first.
That was so boring.
Yeah, but...
No one wants to see that. They're going to get to watch that.
Hey, I can make that
Oh, it's still in the road.
me. What the heck?
Yeah, I should have gone for it. And you wouldn't even felt bad about throwing it out of bounds.
All right. Shut up. Let's
Look
see
at
you
this.
go
Now
for
you're
it.
going to
Let's
lose
see what you
sleep over being like, wow,
Go
I
ahead.
should have gone for it.
Tag good. Let's see what you got, Mr. Go for it.
I'm not like the flex guy like you, so it's not.
Yeah, you are.
It's not really like my shot. I don't like like you, but we'll make it work. We'll do our best.
Let's go in the bucket.
Oh, you're gonna. Yes.
That's short left.
No, but short.
Oh. Maybe have it circle a birdie putt though. Let's try.
But you see, I can go to bed at night now. Like I know. There we go. Get below it.
Oh.
But look at
I
that.
got a
You
putt,
see, you
though.
went for it
And got saved.
and safe.
Best of both worlds. Oh,
Calvin Heinrich advice. Always be aggressive.
I know, that's what I'm missing all this time. That's alright, we're gonna take a putt for bird. I'd say I'm probably out somewhere here. So we slid OB after a layup shot, but we still got a birdie putt. And we're good at circle twos, so we're good at birdieing. Alright, hole 18, finishing hole. We got a tough, tricky par 4, and we're throwing to a pretty tight landing strip, and then probably have 430 feet to the basket. First time playing the hole, so throw a couple drives, see where I land, and go from there.
Oh man.
Imagine that's too far left, I would think. Try a little bit further right.
Hey Rick.
That's the same thing.
Rick.
We'll see.
Go to flex.
Flex? Alright.
Flex.
You're just Mr. Aggressive guy, aren't you?
No, you could be Mr. Aggressive
I know I
guy.
can.
Entertaining myself. That's money.
It's into the tree.
No, but that tree, like even if you hit the edge of that, look
Oh,
how
you're
far
right,
you
you're
are.
right. Look at you
You're
go.
gonna have a little forehand from there.
Dude, you want a caddy for me someday?
It depends on how well it pays.
Alright, through a drive, hit this tree and drop. This is kind of the go for it play. Calvin talked me into it. And then we're going to throw someone's felon that we're going to send out to him. So we're going to try that. We got 216 in the basket, kind of skip shot around the corner. So we'll see what happens. That was flippier than I thought. That's going to be way wide. And then I'm going to try and throw inside right of that tree that I went left at. There we go, that's better. That's kind of what we're looking for, huh?
Yes.
Is that better?
That's what you're looking for.
Okay, so we'll try one more. See what the green one's all about. Yeah, that's kind of it, I think. Yep. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, general felon, birdie putt. All right, hole 18. We got 2 felons right by the basket. We're gonna putt from back here. With the way the trees are lined up, a lot of putts are gonna come from probably 30 left of the basket here. So, thank you guys for watching the first practice round of 2024. And we will see you guys, the next one probably when will that be? Preserve?
Maybe.
So we'll see you guys at the Preserve. Thanks again for watching. And we will see you guys at the Preserve. All right, guys, we got 3 of my brand new felons just released last week. These are my new tour series for 2024. You have a chance to win them. Comment your favorite hole out here at Milo MacIver Park, and we'll pick 3 different people to win the blue, red, and green. 3 different comments. Thanks again, guys. We'll see you at the Preserve.